Oh shit, get ready, Easter Army, for the motherfucking Cloudy and Rowdy podcast with Tommy motherfucking Easter. Bang, bang, bang! Fired up.
The cowbell.
Fuck the cowbell, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's been a eventful week for me, I guess you could say, you know, jumping right into this shit, you know. I know some of you seen my Instagram stories and my Perismoke where I had to go to fucking court this week on some bullshit. It was like some out of nowhere stupid shit, man. Like a couple months ago, for the people who keep up with Perismoke, they know that, you know, I live in my van, and in the summer, you know, I try to park in the shade, you know, and I only got a couple spots around town that are both flat, you know, because you don't want to be all leaning to the fucking side and shit, feeling like you're gonna fall out your bed, and that are not only flat but in the shade. So this one spot over on Gardner, which also has good reception, by the way, because I need that so the Perismoke family can watch clearly. You know what I'm saying? They always have to, like, keep rejoining and doing dumb shit when I'm in a bad reception spot. And so the spot I'm in now has a great shade tree, and the people don't bother me at all. But I get like one bar, so I feel like it's affecting my viewers on Periscope. You know, it's almost making it not worth it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fucking a bitch can get on there in a bikini and smoke a bong and get 1,000 fucking views. I stay consistent every motherfucking week, 3 times a week, and I can barely get fucking 500. You know what I'm saying? So it gets on my nerves. And so this is what happened, though. The bitch over on Gardner has 3 vans. I know y'all have heard me bitch about her.
3?
3 goddamn vans. She has 2 white vans that are bigger than mine, and they store food in them. Then she has this little green minivan, this little shitty minivan. And what she'll do is, on Mondays, everybody on that street has to leave from 11 o'clock until 2 o'clock, so the street sweeper could come through and clean the street, okay? Now, this bitch will show right back up at like 12 o'clock, 12:30, fucking 2 hours before she's even supposed to be there. And she'll park that green van in between the 2 red lines, you know what I'm saying, where no one can get in behind her or no one can get in front of her, or they'll be in the red line area, all right? Then when the white van pulls up in the afternoon, she'll pull up and let it pull in, right? It'll stop right at the end of that red line. And then she'll fucking, then when the second white van comes in, she'll pull away and it'll back right up into that fucking other white van. And they go from red line to red line. Them motherfuckers take up that whole street, you know? And it's right under a shade tree. And not only is it under a shade tree with good fucking phone reception, it's in front of an abandoned public library. So I don't bother anybody. I'm not in front of anybody's condo. I'm not fucking causing anybody any problems. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. So it's a great spot for me who actually needs that spot. This cunt don't give a fuck. So one day I hear one of the neighbors out there arguing with the bitch about taking all the fucking parking. She was like, could you please not take up all the parking? I live right across the street. I have to walk 3 or 4 blocks every day because your vans are here. And so I hopped out of my van because I wanted to let her know I wasn't with them people. And that's all I did. I came up and I said, ma'am, I just want to let you know I'm not with these 2 vans right here. Okay, and I'll move if you need me to. And she said, no, dear, I'm not talking about you. I understand. She goes, you haven't even been here in months because they take all the parking. I said, you're right. I said, I had to come like 2 hours early to beat her here today. That bitch started running her mouth to me, the one with the vans, so I told her to go fuck herself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This bitch, and then I walked away. I thought it was over. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, I went to park there last Monday, and some little motherfucker comes up and asks me, am I Thomas Easter? I thought he might have been a fan of the show and shit, you know, maybe wanted to smoke or something, you know, and I was like, yeah, man, what's up? And he handed me an envelope. Served me, yeah, like a movie and shit, you know?
Damn.
So, come to find out, that stupid bitch put a restraining order on me saying that she feared for her and her business partner's life. And all this crazy shit. So I have to go to fucking court on this stupid shit because, for one, I'm not going to touch some old lady. You know what I'm saying? She's a fucking cunt, but she is older. You know what I'm saying? And so the judge is so stupid. This is how stupid this judge was. I think her last name was Hollowitz or something. This was the dumbest fucking out of touch with the world judge. How you gonna be a judge and not understand what this bitch's intentions are? As a judge, you're supposed to also recognize intentions, okay? For one, that bitch got to go first because she was the filer. And so I had to sit there while they made me sound like some piece of shit who lives in his car. When she said he lives in his car, the judge fucking judged me right then. She goes, oh, he lives in his car? And she wrinkled her nose up, looked at me. Then she looked back at her and goes, and what do you do, ma'am? I'm sure you have a job. Just like saying it, assuming I don't.
Because you live in a car, you don't have a job.
Exactly, right? So, like, I'm already judged. You know what I'm saying? And then when it's my turn to speak, this bitch has already made it sound like, A, she lives in the neighborhood and she's just parking there. And B, I'm just some bum fuck that lives in a car and is starting shit. Excuse me, everybody. Starting shit. You know what I'm saying? So I have to start the shit off. I'm like, good morning, Your Honor. I just want to start this off by saying they don't even live over there. And she just kind of laughed it off. You know, everything I tried to explain to this bitch, she just would say, okay, I've heard enough. You know, she was like, you said you had a job. What do you do? I said, I sell tours on Hollywood Boulevard. Also, I'm a comedian at night, which is why sometimes, unfortunately, I have to live in my van. We don't make a lot of money. Okay, I've heard enough. She wouldn't fucking let me say anything. She wouldn't let me bring up the fact that I'm the one that chased down this fucking crazy meth head who snatched a fucking dog from an old lady one day and kicked him in his fucking head and held him till the cops came. I couldn't bring that up. I couldn't bring up the fact that I helped that old lady take her groceries in her fucking apartment sometimes. I helped some dude throw a couch over the thing into the dumpster one time. It's like that neighborhood knows me and they don't mind me being there, you know?
And, like, I feel like that girl that pressed for charges was doing it in a very bitchy way in the sense that she now just got rid of some of the competition. Because if you park anywhere around her, you're probably breaking a restraining order.
They didn't grant it. That's the thing. This is what I'm getting to. So she's like, I'm not going to grant this restraining order because she asked her, she was like, okay, ma'am, did he say these things directly to you? And she said, no, he said them while he was walking to his van. And she was like, okay, well, has he ever followed you home or anything? She was like, no. She goes, has he done anything to your vans? She goes, no. And she was like, okay, so I'm not granting you the restraining order because he's obviously not going to do anything violent. Then she looked at me and she goes, but I'm going to need you to not go back down Gardner and park there. I'm like, then she fucking wins.
Yeah.
How stupid is this judge? You can't foresee that she knew the whole time I wasn't going to do anything violent. She knew that for a fact. She just wanted to get us in court so this dumb fucking judge would say what she said. She wouldn't even let me bring up the fact that them people added letters that incriminated themselves. They're so stupid, the people who took me to court. The letters read on there clearly, you shouldn't park your two vans. So they're talking about them. In our residence, this is a residence, not a parking lot. And then it says, we've turned your tag numbers in for abandonment. We've also turned you into the Board of Food and Health because you sell food out of your vans. That bitch wouldn't even let me read the letters. She didn't want to hear it. She was like, this is about parking. And you just don't need to go back down there and park. And then this is how stupid that judge was. The lady before me was a Mexican woman, right? She had an 11-year-old daughter. The fucking landlady, all right, white landlady, had been fucking with her. You know what I'm saying? Turning their power off. The last thing they did was turn their fucking water off in the middle of the night while her daughter was in the shower and all this shit, right? And so she said that the landlord's husband gets aggressive with her husband, and then and then the landlord lady will get aggressive with her also, gets aggressive with her daughters. So she said she went to her door this time with her phone camera going, you know? And the judge cut her off right there, wouldn't let her show the video. She goes, why do you have your camera on? This is a popular thing lately. Who's telling you people to pull your cameras out? If you came to my door, ma'am, with your camera going, I would probably knock it out of your hand too. That's what the judge said to this lady. How are you a judge, but you're that fucking out of touch with the world, you stupid cunt? The woman said she has an 11-year-old daughter, okay? you should be smart enough and in touch with the world enough to know that 11-year-olds are highly fucking active on social media. And there is such thing in this world now called social fucking media, okay? Facebook, fucking Instagram, fucking Twitter, you fucking name it, all right? And they tell you on every platform, if you ever feel threatened or confrontation or anything, any type of wrongdoing in public, pull your fucking phone out, get it on camera so you have evidence. How do you not know this and you're a judge?
Yeah.
How dare you say you would probably knock the phone out of her hand too and you're a judge? You're a racist cunt. She had a fucking Jewish last name. She ain't like Mexican people. She ain't fucking like me. Fuck that bitch. Fuck California. It's a weak-ass state with weak motherfuckers. Even the judges are fucking weak. How the fuck is the state of California going to have a woman like that in there judging people? She don't have a fucking clue what she's doing in there.
Just hoping she gets on TV.
She'll never be on TV. She's a fucking idiot.
Damn.
And so that's, you know, like I said, people, I knew I had to go to court for a while, and I know all the shit I deal with, but I don't really share it with y'all because I don't want y'all motherfuckers worrying about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm Tommy motherfucking Easter, dog. I can deal with it. Hello? I've been to the chain gang. I've done that damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So God ain't gonna ever put me through nothing I can't handle. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how I live. Hello? So. But I'm 1-0 right now on these California court scene. You know what I'm saying? Bang, bang, bang. That young motherfucking Snoop Dogg, baby. Oh, shit. Me and Jim Beam was talking about some shit before the podcast started. And Jim Carrey just had this new little thing on Netflix. What's it called?
Jim and Andy.
Jim and Andy.
Obligatory contractual appearance
Dude.
by Tony Clifton.
What an amazing fucking, so far from what I've seen, how fucking, I'm at the part where he's fucking with Jerry Lawler and shit. It was hilarious. I mean, it's weird, man, because a lot of people who know my comedy know that I talk about my Uncle Worm. And fucking A, is he a character, you know? I love him to death. I mean, you know, he's just one of them people that as soon as he walks in the room, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. All eyes on me. Tupac. You know, the redneck Tupac. Hello? That motherfucker come in with some overalls and a trucker hat, and he don't give a fuck, Jack.
Personality.
What's up, everybody? Hello? Hey, where's my fucking nephew at? Rooster. Huh? Where's Rooster at? Hey, come here, boy. Roll one up, motherfucker, huh? Hell, Wormy Joe ain't come all this way to not smoke a joint. Hello? I mean, that's him. That's his fucking character. As soon as he walks in, bro, he's 100, you know? The hello. That comes from Uncle Worm. That ain't something Tommy Easter says in everyday life and shit. Y'all know that. I say young, you know, throw me that young blunt. I say other little shit. But the hello has kind of crept into my life because I do it on stage so much. But that's Uncle Worm, man. And it's like this dude Naz, he's been on the thing before. And he's and a couple of comics in Vegas. You know, Dan Hall, this kid, Adam Waddle, There was a bunch of different guys, you know, that would be like, Easter, I'm telling you, man, if you just be Uncle Worm, if you just go on stage as Uncle Worm, you fucking murder, you know, and shit. Yeah. You'd be like Larry the Cable Guy. They always bring up Larry the Cable Guy, and that's what makes me say fuck that, you know, because you know, I don't have to do Uncle Worm every fucking time people see me and every night, you know, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just not hungry enough for money right now or something. I don't know why. This Jim Carrey shit's definitely inspiring me a little bit.
Well, no, let me switch after watching this documentary and ask you, what if Uncle Worm is just the first of many characters that you've yet to discover?
Well, you know what? Like, you know what's weird is like, okay, so I just we're about to start a Marty's basketball league, okay, or team to join the basketball league where the Comedy Store has a team and a bunch of other comics have teams in this league, right? And there's this dude around, Dan Angle. He wanted to try out the other day, you know? So I told him, I said, meet me at the park. We'll play to 13 by ones and twos. If you score 5 points, you can be on the bench. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, okay, man, all right, I'll do that. and fucking, it was just a fucking beat down, you know? I had to let him score a point. So when I was telling them about it on the smoke pad the other night, I imitated Angle, and everybody went crazy. He's like, dude, that was you was just like him. That was just like him, you know? Yeah. And I do that all the time. If I'm just in the moment, not thinking about it, and I start to imitate somebody, fucking good. Like, I surprise myself sometimes. Like, I'll laugh at myself sometimes. Like, God damn, that was pretty good. That did sound just like him, you know? So.
But I've never seen it on stage.
I can't, because I can't just bring it. It has to be me talking to you and telling you a story.
Yeah.
And then I can do it.
Yeah.
You know, I can imitate a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like, if someone was like, do so and so, I'd be like, I'd brain freeze on what, you know, he says or does and shit. You know, like, I know most people's mannerisms. You know, like, I could do Dave Getzoff pretty good. You know?
Have you tried like practicing on any celebrity?
No,
character,
that's the thing.
maybe like
no. I'm more of a I compare myself to Mystique in a lot of ways when it comes to my imitating people. I have to be around you. Like, I have to be around you enough and talk to you enough
to know them,
to where I can get your voice and your movements and, like, you know, certain pauses and shit, and then I can fucking get it. But if I just see, like, I would have to, like, watch a whole series of a television show with somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get, and then I can only get that character that he's playing on TV.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how he acts in real life unless I hung out with him, you know? But
That
that's
makes
how,
sense.
yeah, that Jim Carrey shit's so amazing right now, man. The fucking, I never, like I said, y'all all know, I'm not a comedy nerd. This Andy Kaufman dude, I had no idea. Like, I remembered him a little bit as a kid from Taxi.
That's where I knew him.
But I didn't know who he was
Yeah.
You know, past that.
I know
He's never been a
stand-up.
thought in my life until now.
Yeah, because I never watched the Carson show or anything.
And
like
I
that.
used to talk shit about Jim Carrey. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I used to say that he wasn't shit as a stand-up. I'm openly, boldly one of the people that would say, like, what'd he do? A bunch of fucking weird character shit. He never told a joke, right? But he's great in movie. I've defend Mask. I'm always having to defend Mask for some reason. People say it's a dumb movie. I'm
I
like,
love
that's
Ace
a fucking
Ventura.
great movie, dude.
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz was at her best in that movie. She looked so good. I'm like, dude, that's a great fucking movie. You know? Ace Ventura Part 1, the first one.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. The Mask. You know, he said a psychic told him he was going to end up doing that shit.
Yeah.
I've never even thought to go to a psychic. See,
That's why I was like, I'm going to go down Melrose. Because he said he went to a psychic near the Improv. I was like, man, if we go down and see if there's a psychic sign anywhere, and be like,
oh, I think this is the last thing I just seen, and it made me choke up, so I had to turn it off.
Oh.
Was where it said that he buried that $10 million check in his dad's coffin. Oh man, that's so awesome. That's like the best moment. I would love to be able to do something special like that for one of my parents while they're alive. You know, my dad when I was
$10
young.
million check.
Check this out. My dad, when we were young, he had this like '88 Chevy Silverado stolen from him. Like this black truck. He loved that truck so much. It had like 33s on it. It had nice Chevy chrome rims, and it was fucking just all black, fucking black and chrome, you know, Silverado or whatever the fuck. You know, it was just badass truck. I remember it. He loved it. Somebody stole it from his work, from Napa. The same job he's had. He fucking started and retired at that job 33 fucking years, dude. You know what I'm saying? And I've always daydreamed about like hitting it big, you know, doing something and just showing up in like a fucking 2019 fucking black Silverado Z71, you know?
you go.
Fucking old, and then to be like, you like my truck, old man? Yeah, fuck yeah, let's drive it to the liquor store or something, you know? Hand him the keys, let him drive it, and be like, you like the way this thing drives? Hell yeah, boy, this thing's cool. Good, because it's yours. Hello?
We're gonna get back.
Right? You're going to have to give me a ride back, fucko.
Give me a ride to the airport.
Yeah, because this is yours. You know, I'd love to do that shit. And then, you know, my mom, she knows she's going to get a Cadillac. She's always loved Cadillacs, you know. But that was cool as fuck. He wrote a $10 million check to himself. Fucking
5 years he gave himself.
He gave himself 5 years, and what, it happened in like 4?
Yeah, he
or
got
on the 5th year or
Dumb
something.
and Dumber was the one that
And
made
it was
him
a
be able to
$10
do
million contract.
So he went
exactly.
from Ace Ventura to The Mask, and then Dumb and Dumber was the one that was just gave him that fuck you money.
God, that's such a great story, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that he put that check in his dad's pocket.
I never knew that.
Oh, you didn't? You ain't made it that far?
I saw that, but I didn't know that before. But I've always
me
heard,
neither.
He's talked about the check on other interviews.
I didn't
and
even
shit.
know that part.
Like,
Like I
he's
said, you
mentioned
know,
that before.
Everybody knows I'm not the comedy nerd guy,
Yeah.
so like I know more about Wu-Tang and shit like that than I know about this shit. So it's cool for me to see it, man. It's cool for me to see that fucking, you know, and how fucking serious Andy Kaufman was Imagine knowing that fucker back then.
Right.
You never knew if he was acting or what the fuck was he doing, you know?
It's
I'd
like
have
that
probably
quote
punched
of-
him back
yeah.
then. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he'd have been one of them dudes. I'd have been like, I don't like that weirdo because I don't know.
You don't know if it's him, though.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. Kyle, he quit drinking for a while. Like I think he's going to quit until New Year's or some shit.
Henson?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But last night he got to that Kyle mode where Kyle monologue, all white Kyle was talking about like, he's like, you don't want to stare at him because he's so drunk and gone. You don't know what he's going to do. He gets like this black look in his eyes.
Stares
and
through
just
you.
stare at you.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, fucker, I'm gonna fuck you up if you come at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that about drunks because they're easy to fuck up. People, you don't know how easy you are to just fuck up when you're drunk, especially with somebody like me that don't drink, just
right.
works out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting over there sober, maybe stoned, right? And you're just barely fucking standing because you're drunk. Your balance is off, and your decisions are slow, and all this shit. Just trust me on this one, okay? Unless the other person's just as drunk as you, don't fuck with a sober person, you know? Even the lowest level fighter can fuck you up if you're drunk, you know?
So after last night, he decided to take a break?
Nah, he had already done.
Oh.
That's why he was going hard last night, because he knew it was his last night.
Ah, gotcha.
Which is cool, man. I'm glad that my Marty's family puts themselves in check like that. Like, no one did that. You know, no one told Kyle. Maybe somebody pulled him to the side. I don't know. I've been giving him a little hell lately about getting so drunk, but he just said that. He just did it himself out of nowhere, you know? And Finn and Liam, they'll do things like that. They'll make each other bets. Liam can't eat sugar. Finn can't drink. They'll do it for 30 days. That's cool as fuck, man, you know? That, you know, people like to talk shit about this place, but we do a lot of special things up in this motherfucker, bro. There's a lot of magic in here, and it swirls around every night. We just don't know how to bottle it yet. You know what I'm saying? Once we learn to bottle that shit, what we got to sell, oh, they gonna love it, bro. They gonna love it. Not only is it talent, it's the mixture. It's the fucking mixture of talent that we have that gets along, that just happens to get along too. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Like we can all bring something to the table. We're almost like the Justice League. We're almost like superheroes and shit.
Marty needs to step up his social media game.
Marty just, you know, it's hard.
He's got to embrace it.
Marty is frustrating to deal with.
It is.
When it comes to that, because I have such a professional mindset from the tile company. Mm-hmm. If it was up to me, this place would have already been. We'd have a security guard out there.
Oh yeah, I mean,
we'd have security.
I worked in pharmaceutical 5 years. Yeah, and that's
right?
like
Especially when the
shit
temps
up.
were across, and it's just like, I don't know, just a couple more things, you know, maybe bottled water for $1 here, so people don't even have to, like, I've tried to tell Marty ways he could make more money. Whether you want to admit it or not, if you're up here getting stoned, and you know you don't have to walk down to the liquor store, you can just walk in here and hand Marty $1, and he'll grab an ice cold motherfucking water out the cooler. Who's not gonna do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For those guys that don't know, the liquor store, if you pay with debit card only, don't carry cash.
And he won't let you do under $5.
$5. So you can't just go buy a water. You have to.
Yeah, you have to either walk to Ralph's or buy all kind of dumb shit that you didn't even want.
Snacks, Kit Kats.
Just bullshit.
Yeah.
Marty could have all that shit up here for $1 each. And
Sessions.
And people wouldn't go down there because you can't use your fucking card. You know what I'm saying? They already know to bring $5 cash. If they knew there were snacks and shit, they'd start bringing 10.
Yep.
Hello? Mm-hmm. Speaking of Justice League, I went and seen that shit.
I saw.
What a fucking badass movie, dude.
Was it good?
Holy shit, it was good. Oh, my God, man.
So behind on my superhero
Listen,
movies.
I'll tell you because somebody asked me, they were like, do you have to watch all of them?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
And I said, no, the only one you need to watch before you watch Justice League is Batman versus Superman.
I haven't seen that one either.
And that one's, dude, fucking great movie.
Really?
In my world, listen, people don't get mad, okay, motherfuckers that are listening and have love for Tommy Easter. Listen, this is how I am with movies. I'm very simple to please. I'm 1 + 1, all right? Does Optimus Prime go from a semi-truck into a robot with glowing swords and fight robots? Yes, he does. Great movie. See what I'm saying? That's how easy it is for me to fucking, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So, like that's why I like come here, fucko. That's why I like the X-Men movies. That's why I like the X-Men movies, because they do a lot of magic. The X-Men have a lot of powers. Almost every character does some magic shit.
Yeah.
So I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Tim
'cause
McGorry,
Tim walked in.
our in-house
McGorry
expert
walked
here.
in, but I went and seen the movie with McGorry. I'm talking about Justin League.
Superheroes.
That's
I'll
right.
be
I'm
involved
talking
in this.
Justice League, brother. And I was telling him how, you only need to see Batman versus Superman before you see this.
Yeah.
That's the only one of all the movies you need to see, because not even Wonder Woman really has anything to do with this Justice League movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it probably, like, I'm probably wrong as fuck. Like, I bet you every single movie drops some little hint towards Justice League.
Not really.
But I don't
no,
know
they
enough.
didn't do it as well as Marvel did. They rushed it, which was like, okay, we're going to do a couple, and then big movie right there.
So
It
there
took
you
a
go.
minute- It took a minute to get to fucking Avengers, at least.
Yeah. So there you
7 or 8. Hey,
Hey, buddy.
So there you go.
How are
So
you?
like, so
working
that's
on a car.
Tim McGorry. Y'all know him.
Our
Y'all,
in-house
you recognize the girth of the
superhero
voice.
expert.
That's true. Now, what did you like about the X-Men? I was just hearing that. You were just saying that you...
Oh, I was telling them, I've just remembered my point. I was letting the fans know how easy I am to please with these movies. So
Yeah.
don't take my opinions to heart and be like, Easter, you're stupid. The Batman versus Superman suck, dick. Fuck y'all. Listen, I liked it, but this is how easy I was to please in that movie. When fucking Batman was chasing that person and fucking he came around the corner and Superman was just standing there and the Batmobile hit him and just fucking blinged off of him like
Dinged off his stupid chin.
It just fucking deflected off of him like it wasn't nothing. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like shit like that. Just that made my day.
Open the bat.
And then he just
fucking
ripped
mobile
open
like
the
a tin
Batmobile.
fucking can.
Yes, them making Superman such a bad motherfucker in these movies
Here's the
makes
thing.
these movies, dude.
I liked this representation. This Superman finally had some levity to it. You know, Superman. Like, even remember the movie? I don't want to.
This Superman
Can we too
fucks
spoil?
it up. No, I don't know if we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
talk too much about
Well,
it. 'cause
the way the movie starts, it's even like it's a light tone, and you're
It's-
sort of looking at like Superman and like, well, you know, your truth, justice, and American like style kind of light. And then even in the movie, there's some Superman's got some jokes. They just like set him up for some stuff, not too much, but at the same time, they unleash him off the fucking ropes at a couple times.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. And well, that's because that villain in this movie comes in fucking shit.
Because you know
Oh,
that
Who's the bad guy?
That
his
Super.
name's Steppenwolf or some shit.
Yep,
He's a
Steppenwolf.
bad
Magic
motherfucker.
One of
Carpet ride.
Jack Kirby's the new gods from the planet Apocalypse, spelled with a K.
Yeah. So anyway, people, I loved the fucking movie. Y'all all know I'm in love with Wonder Woman anyway. She was great in the goddamn movie. But then, you know,
But really quick,
Cyborg, see, that's, dude, I've been blessed in a lot of ways with not nerding out as a kid on all this shit. So I had no idea about Cyborg and what he does and who he is. And when they showed him, dude, I was like, oh, this motherfucker's badass, son. Dude, this is a good-ass movie, especially for people like me who didn't nerd out on this shit as a kid and don't know a lot
There
about
was
it.
a cyborg outside of Mortal Kombat.
Exactly.
Yeah, this
He
is-
kind of looks...
I only
was
knew
a- he
Mortal
was a
Kombat
teen Titan.
cyborg.
Mortal
he was a
Kombat
teen-
Cyborg was Kano, first of all. It wasn't... His name wasn't Cyborg. Oh, no, there
There's,
was a Cyborg. It was one of the robots.
He was one of
No,
the-
that name was Cyrax.
like a red eye, I feel like.
Cyrax. No, that was
No.
Kano.
No. There was a red and a yellow one.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
two
that
of
was
them.
Cyrax and then Simtech. or somebody like-
Skrillex.
Look it up,
Cyrax.
Jimmy.
I'm
His
on
name
it.
was Cyrax, and he threw a net
But
out of his
the
chest.
character Cyborg is like it's like a Teen Titans character, and then there's this writer named Brad Metzler who wrote this seminal Justice League work, and in it, Cyborg kind of he joins the Justice League.
Oh, I was wondering. So he wasn't an original member of the original
No.
Justice League, was he? Who else?
If you talk about comic book publication, probably maybe like early aughts, he becomes like a Justice League member.
So who would have been the?
For the lack of diversity on the Justice League, panel.
They're always called black or something if they're not white. It's like the Black Panther.
One of Aquaman's.
No, but for all you motherfuckers this is another reason I like the motherfucking movie, okay? Let's just boil down some ego, too, okay? I hate having to defend Superman kicking Batman's ass. For you people who think that Batman would stand 1 second of a chance, you're fucking insane. Because Superman 1 could just rip his arm off if he wanted to, and he wouldn't be able to use his little fucking tricky belt that y'all fucking hark on so much, okay?
Tricky belt.
2, all right?
You tell you about it. It's a tricky belt.
It
It's got a
proves-
trick belt.
it
Makes
proves
tricks.
It proves that this movie, the only reason Batman put together all these motherfuckers is because he ain't strong enough to fuck with motherfuckers that only Superman can fuck with. And they was like, yeah, they're only acting like this because he's dead.
He's got a boat. He's got a car. He's got a jet. And he's got a repeller.
Batman's got all this shit, and he can't do shit.
His butler ain't gonna save him.
He knows martial
Alfred
arts.
Ain't saving shit.
Alfred ain't saving.
He knows martial arts. Listen to fucking martial
Hey,
arts, Jim.
it
over
was
there.
Cyrax and
Googling it.
Sector.
Sector.
I told you I was close. I said
Yeah.
Semtech, Cyrax, and Sector.
That
Yeah.
sounded like a company. You're like, Semtech,
And then,
I'm
and
like,
then there was a
Some
third one,
security.
and he was gray, and his name was Smoke.
Smoke, yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
Rest in peace, Johnny Cage. You'll never be forgotten.
Johnny Cage lives through Kyle Monologue.
Easter
Just sign-
Easter
just
completely
sign your
changed
autograph
this guy's
and
last
throw
name. He's not even known as Monahan anymore. He's just Monologue.
That's Kyle Monologue, man.
Yeah.
Monologue.
He was going on a path, and Easter's like, no, we're gonna change this. We're gonna...
It's like Jim Beam over here.
Yeah, you're not
But
even Jeremy.
not even
you made
Jeremy.
you made a good quick point about the Superman. Like even Man of Steel, even all these the three movie or I guess it's three that he's played Superman in. That remember when they did Brandon Ruth in that Superman Returns movie, like a little after like 9/11, like a couple years, and it was like really Superman doesn't throw a fucking punch in that movie, sir.
Right?
He doesn't throw a fucking.
They shoot a bullet into his eyeball,
Yeah.
and he still doesn't
He's
get
like
upset.
Fwonk.
He's like, I wish you wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, because like any punch would kill anyone. So, like,
Hella mild tempered, just like
Right.
you know,
Listen, you know you can't beat me. Stop it. What the fuck? That was California Superman.
please, you know, I'm just gonna go hang out at the beach while you guys fight this out. You know?
Yeah, that's the people were like, I don't like that one Superman because he threw the guy through a building and that killed people. First of all, they're fake. It's a movie.
They're
Okay?
fake.
So it killed fake people. And second,
killed fake people.
the enemy didn't give a fuck
So-
about none of them fake people. The enemy wasn't listen, he was too strong for Superman to just fling him into the space and fight him up there and him stay up there.
Doomsday?
That dude could just come and do whatever he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So Superman had to say, okay, fuck it. I'm probably going to kill some people, but I'm going to fuck this dude up as fast as I can. Yeah, laser eyes, fuck this shit, fuck this building, blah, yeah, yeah, bang, 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 you know?
Nice
And
fitting the bang,
that's
bang,
what
bang
makes
in
a
there.
good Superman movie, man. You know, all this
Yeah,
fucking justice and power.
I'm not
and
worried about pedestrians.
flying through the ocean because there's a fucking, a crystal fucking island out there. What's that shit he don't like?
Oh, in the Superman
Kryptonite.
Returns?
A kryptonite fucking
Kryptonite Island.
island and shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Real estate. No one's making more of it. Lex Luthor.
I hate that he's like allergic to kryptonite. It affects him so hard.
and it's a
I
Kevin
hate
Spacey
that.
movie now.
It just makes him normal, is what I think, right?
Nah, it just
because
depletes him.
where he's from, everybody's normal, and they have like kryptonite.
It
there.
cuts
So
through
when
his
he
like
comes here, he's
genetic
Superman.
material. It's like his atoms splitting open.
No, that's not right. I think they just live on Krypton, but it ain't made out of kryptonite. They still fly around
There's
that planet.
kryptonite on Krypton, it's
There's
just
super
that-
fuckers on that planet too.
they're not.
They're
They're not.
Kryptonians.
Yeah, but they don't. It's just A, Earth's gravity, and then B, our red sun. Our sun is what gives Superman his fucking
His power.
powers.
Yeah.
So when he comes back and all that stuff, that he recharges in the sun, he fucking hangs
That
out.
was one of the
He has
scenes
to go
I
to the
loved
beach.
in Batman versus Superman when he flew that fucking nuke up into the sky and it blew up and he was like sitting there like people thought he was dead
Falling.
and then the sun hit him and he was like yeah! He comes fucking flying back down into the earth and smashes into dude's face. I was like, that's my dog.
I know.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh man,
I love
liked
Superman.
It, though. Justice League was good.
Justice League was good. Yeah. This dumbass we worked with was like, I heard it was garbage. I was like, you're retarded.
Everyone's dumb.
I heard the reviews, and technically speaking,
The reviews, and I was like, man, listen, people
Rotten
people who have
Tomatoes
time
gave
to
it
fucking write a review online, go fuck yourself. You know?
And the train that you
I-
rode in on.
I wouldn't
BX.
necessarily agree with that, but
Coming from someone who has a podcast that wants reviews. I'm such a fucking
fuck
asshole.
critical theory.
With people that leave
That
reviews.
Easter's views do not necessarily reject.
I don't mean that. I love all of y'all.
The reviews of the guest reviews. Podcast.
So, Jim Beam, did you write anything down for us to discuss on the show?
We hit it all,
Producer
man.
of the year.
Hit it all, man. I was curious to know why
You hit it
you
all.
went to court. My mind got blown by the Jim Carrey documentary.
Right?
Oh yeah, that's out, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
Oh, definitely.
Did
it's
you watch
great.
the? You gotta watch the Dana Carvey show documentary that they have on Hulu. That shit is great.
I wasn't a fan of him.
Oh
No.
but the show's ambitious. and I'll show-
Turnal.
I'll
That
show-
guy?
Yes, from that movie,
He's
which
the
isn't
Ric
good.
Flair of comedy.
I'll show you some sketches after this.
No, he's
No way.
Get the fuck out of here.
Jesus.
Which I
What
heard
is-
that Ric Flair 30 for 30 was
Oh.
bananas.
It'll make you cry. It'll make you laugh.
It's got a bunch,
literally,
it's a
it got
roller
teared up.
coaster.
I got
It's a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh, okay, when they were bringing the last time Shawn Michaels was like about to take him out for the last time, he was retiring, and he goes, "I'm sorry." He mouths it to him, and then he comes over and he fucking kicks him in the face, and he fucking pins him, and the whole time you're like, I didn't have to end this way. Dude, it was a good ass documentary.
Yeah, man. Rick was he was a character, you know? He touched a lot of people. That's my mom's favorite wrestler of
Touched
all
a lot
time.
of strong
Ric
men
Flair?
in the ring.
Oh, yeah. She loves that motherfucker. She thinks he's so gorgeous.
He slapped people in the chest. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on off the rock.
Yeah.
It's funny. Wrestling.
Love wrestling.
Oh, that's Andy Kaufman had a thing where he would wrestle women. It's hilarious. And he was
intergender
like,
thing, yeah.
they were like at a time when like sexual like tension, you know, like
Politics.
women were wanting their way more than ever and all this shit.
I was like, that's today.
Andy Kaufman was
He
like,
doesn't have the
fuck it,
vote.
I'm going to wrestle only women. And dude was like, this dude goes, well, why don't you wrestle men? He goes, well, because I'd rather wrestle women. I was like, hey, that's a good answer. You know what I'm saying? Me too. Nothing like a good old camel toe body slam. You know what I'm saying? The camel clutch, that becomes a different meaning when you're wrestling a woman. You know, that's a whole different move now, the camel clutch.
Oh, you mean the bowling ball?
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, the bowling
My
pin.
face hurts.
Like him getting up. He would do that at the Comedy Store too. Wrestle women in the audience. That's what they said he would do it at the
Listen,
store.
man, it's no
Like-
secret that the Comedy Store got its nuts cut off. Okay? They don't
Yeah.
have balls anymore.
No more wrestling of women.
No
you can't
more.
do anything
You
up
can't
there.
even fight women in the audience anymore.
Oh,
That place has gone soft, you know?
Can't do shit.
If Tim got up at potluck and tried to wrestle a woman, what would happen?
They'd say
I'd win.
they wouldn't. Yeah, he'd win.
I'd
You would
win.
win.
He'd
obviously.
win, of course. Look
But
at him.
you
And
would-
then
they
they'd
would
be like, this guy
never
beats
let
up
you-
women.
They
He's
wouldn't be
banned.
like, this dude's a genius. Let's see what he can
Because
do.
it's been done before.
Yeah, it's been
True,
done.
True.
They'd be like, hack,
Hack.
you're banned.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, somebody watched the Andy Kaufman documentary.
How do
Jay
you- how-
Grizzle.
A quick question for Jim Beam. When you hit your wife, how does that?
Backhand.
Does that,
Always.
does that make you feel strong?
Backhand?
Does it make you-
Yeah. It's not more
you
of
feel like
a
a big
power
man,
move,
doesn't
but
it?
more of a put you in your place move. You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how do you keep the ring from creating marks on it?
No, I was going to ask.
Oh,
you
it
have a
hurts.
special backhand
It
ring.
hurts.
Why-
The
and
ring
why is
puts
your wedding ring off
no,
right
the
now,
ring
and you're
puts
giving it the
marks.
finger?
No, because the ring puts marks in my finger every time I hit her. Is that what we're talking? Like these
Yeah.
little indentions? Yeah, I don't know. I usually have to just go right-handed.
Technique, you know?
A good thump.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You step your thump game up, it'll put a bitch in check.
Right.
It makes a good noise. It's like,
I'm just. She
you
very.
know what I'm saying?
Easter's always
Riggedy,
said
riggedy.
that.
That was
check
not a
yourself.
sound effect. He really did that.
A good thump will keep a lady in check.
Good thump will keep your bitch in check. I can tell you that. Hello? Oh, shit.
How's your girlfriend, Tim? You been
She's
beating
great.
her?
She's great. She just crawled out of that lake I threw her in.
I was going to say, she's doing well. She's imaginary. She's,
Yeah.
I got
Make her whatever. She's a millionaire and
She seems quite real. No, she's good.
hell
She's
yeah.
good. She made me ribs last night and I ate them.
Oh, cool.
so finally a woman gives back the rib. That's a Bible.
But
Yeah, I know. I got it. Solid Old
Just was
Testament
not
reference
funny.
there. Accuracy over comedy.
For those who can't see me right
Guys.
now, my face is
He
frowning.
said
Yeah,
he
guys.
says this out of his
Hey, for
hands.
those who were listening earlier, this is day one for Kyle's sobriety, so be patient.
Trying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's happening?
We're
Kyle's
doing,
not drinking tonight.
Yeah, what
And-
made you decide this? Just
Kyle
basic
monologue
detox?
and I had a
Oh,
little-
was monologue?
Yeah,
Cool.
monologue and I.
Common
he
sense.
quit drinking. Jesus Christ, you guys. It's going to the end of the year. We're gonna.
Both of you?
I don't know about him.
I was like, he
No,
was
he's
doing
whatever
30
he
days
wants.
earlier.
I thought of this on my own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in talks with him.
And then he joined in
No, I joined in on
his.
Yeah.
He was already doing
He was
it.
already-
You jumped on the bandwagon.
He was already doing
You're
it.
a
and then I was
bandwagon
like,
sober
yeah, God damn it.
person.
I'm not even
Yeah,
cool.
I can't be
Said
the
he took
only
like a
drunk
month
cop.
off, but then he got drunk the other night, and it was so annoying. But I guess you get rusty.
Who?
Jay Green.
You get good at drinking.
Oh,
monologue.
Kyle. Monologue? Yeah.
That'll happen, you know.
I hope he's hearing this.
I like
and
getting drunk sometimes.
He's like,
but-
no, I wasn't.
He actually does listen. So,
So you're not
gonna,
smoking
You're
weed?
gonna hear it.
Or you are
Jerk.
smoking
Oh, I'm
weed?
getting
That's what
high.
I
Dude,
said.
I just smoked. Yeah. For those who can't tell because you can't see this, I just got done smoking cannabis, and I will be continuing to do that.
Me
for the
and,
foreseeable
I'm
future.
proud of him though. I'm fucking serious. That's
Yeah, no, I was just saying that's cool that the Marty's family will just they take the initiative a lot for themselves, and that's what I was saying. I was like, Kyle just came out of nowhere with this shit. I was like, maybe he did have someone to go with him, and I was right, the other Kyle. So it's a double Kyle thing, right?
yeah.
But like I was telling them, Liam and Finn do the same thing. They'll like Liam
Yeah.
won't eat sugar, and
The
Finn
sugar alcohol.
won't drink for 30 days, and
Right.
it just helps each other, you know. And like I said, people talk shit about Marty's, but we got a lot of magic here.
Sobriety
you know?
through gambling.
A lot of special things that happen here. Like no one told us to do some shit like that. Them guys, y'all do that shit yourselves, you know? Like it's that shows a lot when motherfuckers can put themselves in check. That's what I'm trying to say. Hello?
I'm looking forward to meeting and getting to know sober Kyle a little bit,
Well, you know,
or just stoned Kyle. I guess.
it's before 4 p.m. Kyle, and what he
So wait,
does.
you don't drink before 4 p.m. Is that the?
No, yeah, that
End of
was
the
false.
year.
That's false. He's a hey Easter. So you're gonna stand at the booth? I'm gonna go to Wild Wings real quick, and fucking 2 hours later he comes back, face bright red. And he's like, woo, 16 time
Heavyweight champion,
world heavyweight
that's the
champion.
It's your boy.
And it's like, oh, Kyle went to Buffalo Wild Wings and had some fun.
But then they opened up Soul Restaurant and became much more tame.
What's up, Jay Green?
How y'all doing? You guys doing all right? I see that you got your peanut gallery back for the
Right? Yeah.
I meant to get here about 30 minutes ago. Fucking traffic. I can't believe traffic is this bad
Already?
on a Saturday. But it's the football game, UCLA playing USC.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah,
I heard
so-
about that. I heard that shit's gonna be fucking
shit whoop
off
my
the
ass.
muscle.
I'm here.
I wish we knew more about shit like that, but we wouldn't be able to go.
Yeah.
Tonight's Jimmy Hat's birthday and shit. This is a big
Yeah.
night tonight. It's
That's
gonna
why
be
I
fun.
wanted to come. I wanted to come because I knew I was coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
The showcase is tonight. And I knew it was Jimmy Hat's, birthday and you
50th.
They
performing.
bringing cameras and
50th
shit.
birthday.
Yeah, it's
They-
going to be popping.
Yeah,
so.
it's gonna be pop-a-lopping.
I knew to show up, and that's
Jimmy
why I
Hat
was
with
like,
two T's.
I'm gonna do the podcast, everything. I've been trying to get at the beginning of this podcast.
Every
for
time I
like
see
a
Jay
million
Green,
times.
he's like, I'm trying to get that podcast early. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to, not trying to be on like the tail end of this
Yeah.
thing.
Well, no,
Get
it's
into
good you came in
conversation.
now because I started out with a lot of steam, buddy. I have a lot of shit to say, and then we kind of we've kind of bogged
Yeah,
down
I'd
a
have been
little
mad because I'd have been trying to chime in, and you'd be like, "I'm still talking, Jay." It's my show, so I talk. You
yeah,
listen. Call back. But, nah.
Call back.
Call back.
That's for the regulars.
Yeah, for the listeners. But
That's fine.
this is popping still. How long y'all been doing it? For a solid 45?
I got here like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
For
so-
those who can't see us right now, he
Oh,
just
then you
looked
can
at
find
his
me at
watch
Jake-
that's
no,
not
just
on his
playing.
wrist.
It's true.
By the way, you left your Rick and Morty shirt in my car, Tim McGorry.
I did? Oh, I did. Oh my
Did,
god, I'm so
uh,
sorry the other night.
I saw you.
grab
Did
that.
your phone get stolen at an open mic, or
My phone got stolen at my.
Did it get
at
replaced?
my
Oh yeah,
job.
let's talk about this
Cause man,
bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I saw so
Yeah.
many likes and thoughts and prayers, but how many people came to your aid? It didn't look like
That's
many.
the whole
and passion
thing.
thing.
I was just trying to get somebody to help me find the phone. Like,
Yeah.
it's not an iPhone, and I get it. Like iPhones, we know we can find and get. It's, Everybody knows find my iPhone, but Samsung actually has some shit too. Like Google has some shit where you can actually find the phone. It just gotta be on. And I had the opportunity to catch my phone because it was still on. We was texting the people, and nobody wanted to give me the little shit.
Where was you at?
I came here. I was also at Verizon. I went to the Verizon place, and they was just like, fill this out and you'll get a new phone tomorrow. I was like, bitch, let me find the phone first. Like I can find it. Right. But nobody cared. They was just like, do the insurance thing. And
So
and
what? Hold on. I was sitting beside Akila in there when she was talking.
She was texting.
She was trying to text him, talking about giving them pussy, trying to trick them into coming. So what
Yeah.
happened with that?
Well, they, like I said, they kept responding. She ended up telling them to go to my job, go to Fat Sal's,
And take the shit back.
and drop the shit off there.
Right.
Which was like, that was a long shot for me anyway, because I'm like, if I'm thinking like I stole somebody's phone and you telling me to return it to the place I stole it from,
Ain't
all
no
I'm
way.
thinking is y'all gonna whoop my
The
ass
cops
as soon
gonna
as
be
I
there.
get there, or the police, something, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm not taking it back. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I still went back there to just wait to see if they did. But the good end to this story is that they did turn my phone in at a Verizon store. But it's because we punked them. Like Akila
Yeah.
punked them into being too scared.
Oh, so
Because I had them on camera. I had their names.
Are you able
I
to
had-
go and get it? Have you went and got
Yeah,
it?
I haven't went and got it because I got my replacement phone.
Yeah.
So
You
I
already
was all like,
upgraded?
my phone's already better. But I am going to go pick it up. I just
You got a
Yeah.
SIM card? You can take the SIM card out
yeah,
that
I
old
can,
phone though.
yeah, I can get my old phone, do the SIM card, and I still got my SD card that's in my old phone.
Right.
So it's good reason, and I'll send that shit back like, here, y'all can have the old raggedy one.
Yeah.
I'm taking this new
Throw
one.
that bitch on the ground and be like, they
Well, they
turned it
say-
in, fucked up.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing is. I still feel like my phone was violated. They violated it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
put
raped
they
my
nut-
phone.
They put their nuts on it.
They Harvey Weinstein my motherfucking phone. I don't want my phone no more.
They rubbed their nuts all on that phone.
Yeah,
before
you
turned
know
it
they
in.
did.
You know what I'm saying?
If they did watch porn on it, then they were using it what it's been used for.
Phone's like,
I don't get it.
Yeah, dude.
my phone was all like, oh, I guess I haven't been stolen because this is what
Right?
we do.
Phone was like, oh, did you mean this? This ain't your normal site. Do you
What
mean
are you
this
doing
site?
here?
Right?
Recommended
What are you
video.
doing at Pornhub? You know you like X videos. What the hell is this shit?
I use that XNXX. That's the site.
X and X. I like the name of that one just because it seemed like, oh no, we're not that shit. We're not porn like Pornhub and X videos.
We're X and double X.
X and double X's, not 3 X's in a row. There's an N in there.
Some guy was like, all right, triple X is already taken. Let's, I don't know. Just bump. And in the middle.
Man, it's supposed to be goddamn 90 degrees next week, bro.
For real?
Yeah, that's some baby back bullshit.
In November? God
In the
damn.
middle of November.
That's just
like almost the
crazy.
end, basically. Like in the 20-something days. Like in the 20-something days of November. You know what the
know,
East
it's
Coast
snowing in
looks like
Kentucky
right
right
now?
now.
Yeah, the whole East Coast is fucked up.
El Nino.
Yeah, El Snowlo, you know, El
El
Snowblow.
El Snowlo.
El Jeezy. El Snowman.
Young Jeezy,
Young
you know,
Jeezy.
the Snowman. Yeah,
Snowman.
it's fucked up on the East Coast. Motherfuckers are bundled.
That's crazy.
We out here sweating
Yeah.
still.
Hot
Like,
to the
listen, I
mother.
don't mind the California sun and the great weather for a little while. You know, let us have some type of winter. There ain't no winter. What the fuck?
I'm not
You know what
used to
I'm saying?
this.
God
I'm telling
damn
you,
it,
that's
man.
how I come. I believe in global warming. I've been here all my life, and we ain't never had these hot ass Novembers and Octobers. It used to be hot ass September, and then that's when it would die down, and you get 60-degree. That was our winter,
Yeah.
60-degree, and then you
Daytime,
get a
40-degree nighttime.
59-degree day in January. You get one day of
Yeah.
59 degrees. You can be like, oh shit, it's storm watch.
It might be a blizzard.
Yeah, blizzard watch. 59 today, but other than that, we don't never get nothing. Not 90. That's new. Y'all
This
brought
is
that.
insane.
You brought that from Hotlanta.
Y'all brought that, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
That's
don't
my
know where
shitty
that's
luck.
that's from a local.
Rubbing off on this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm
You prepare for the winter.
a step behind all the time, man. Like I should have been there 10 years ago, all my whole life. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah,
you know?
I got that same feeling.
Yeah,
about
I would have
everything.
been, you know,
Late registration.
could have been Eminem. I could have been Woody Harrelson. Hello. I
I
was
could have
just
been
too
a
late.
nobody.
Like how Woody Harrelson, like of all the careers,
You could have.
All right, all right, all right.
that's Matthew McConaughey.
oh, either one.
Either one. I just hope that they do a movie where they play like
Bang, bang,
ATV, another one, but now they got a younger brother, and here come your ass. And y'all like, damn, they go number 3 of the same crew. The brothers, of the all right brothers.
Right, I fucked that up full speed.
Ran through it and there's like, oh, that's not okay.
Oh shit, wrong road. Let me turn.
Let me set this back up. I'm sorry.
They be wild and crazy. They be all
Girls
chill.
keep getting younger and white man can't jump. All right.
He be doing all
Bang,
that.
bang, bang.
He could be White Man Can't Jump
It's like
Part
red
2.
pill, blue pill,
I could.
whatever.
I could play that movie if you're out there listening, Judd Apatow. You know what I'm saying? Whoever the fuck.
I loved you
Whoever
in
the-
Dallas Buyers Club.
I could fucking.
Judd Apatow is an AIDS victim in Dallas.
I can shoot threes
I can shoot 3.
and break
I
knees.
can shoot threes and break
But he shoots
knees.
left-handed. Have you guys talked about that yet?
Oh,
okay.
nuh-uh.
Okay. Easter plays basketball with his left hand, but he's a right-handed person. He's a goddamn mutant. He's a mutant. This fool. I don't know. Do you throw a football left-handed too?
No,
It's not
right-handed.
surprising.
See, even weirder.
It's not surprising only if you know his background. If you know he got the background in boxing, those people usually figure out how to use
Both hands.
if they're good
punch with
at some
both
shit.
hands.
No, it's just I grew up with this kid named Dan, and he's left-handed, and fucking, fighting them and going against them and shit. I just adapted that left-handed bullshit a
Yeah.
lot. Like I would watch him. He was better at basketball first because he had such a good shot. I've always had more athleticism than Dan. Like I play more like a black player
Okay.
than Dan does. He plays more like a white player.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's got that perfect shot and shit. And so he was better first. And so I would watch him play a lot and watch him shoot, and it's a left-handed shot. But like when I drive to the rim though and do my layups, they're right-handed. I can't really do a good layup with my left hand.
Okay.
I only
even
shoot
weirder.
with my
But
left
you
hand.
shoot with the
Yeah,
jump
that's-
shot with your
A
left hand.
three-pointer,
All
nonetheless.
of it, yeah.
That's crazy.
Fadeaways, threes, all that shit. It's net. It's money.
That shit is
And he's not
weird.
bad when he shoots. It's just left-handed.
Yeah,
It's
just and it draws the and ones, and then
Oh, yeah,
like,
'cause
and
that
then
is
they
there.
they guard me, expecting me to break left on a drive, and I break right, and it fucks them up. Anybody.
Anybody playing
The,
defense?
the
playing
man
D.
who dare oppose him.
Anybody who think
Well, I
they
just
got
told you what
it
happened.
Those dumb chumps that are stupid enough to play against
I
him.
told him earlier what happened to Dangle. He
Dangle.
fucking I had to let him score a point.
Was he
Hey, I was
playing,
so-
was he
that's the
playing the
sentence that rang in my
triangle
head.
offense?
The first thing I did to him, I was
Had
at
to
the
give him
3-point
one.
line. I was like, "Are you ready?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm ready." First thing I did from the 3 line, I fucking whoosh. I throw it off the backboard. That shit goes bam. When it hit the backboard, he ran towards the rim like a puppy dog. He was like, and then that shit bounced back to me, and I was holding it when he turned around like this. I was like, "You ready?" He was like, he was like, "Okay, man, yeah, I'm ready. Okay, let's go. Let's go."
Lieutenant Dangle.
It was hilarious, and I just flew past him, layup. I was like, 1-0. Let's go. Come on. God damn it, this is gonna be. It's that first point. I knew. I was like, this is gonna be nothing.
When did he finally get his point? Was it?
Oh, it was like I think it was like 11 or 12 to nothing. So I was
Okay.
about to win.
So you look.
It
You
was
already.
11 to nothing because I kept trying to hit a 3, and he finally got a rebound, and I was about to run up on him and press him, and then I was like, fuck it, take the shot. I was like, oh, you made it. Good for you, buddy. Fuck yeah. Woo, you made a point.
Triangle offense.
And then he fucking and then I blocked his next shot, took it out, drained a 3, game. You know,
a
And-
left-handed three.
So
left-handed 3.
skunk rule is supposed to be 7 though, right? So
Yeah,
I 7-0.
I destroyed him way past 7-0.
Yeah,
It was
okay.
11-0.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's at least 4 more.
But you know,
If you know math, yeah, that is true.
You do Dungeons and
I
Dragons.
know you're more of a letters guy.
he's one of them people like sometimes at the gym there will be a couple dudes out there and one of them will suck so bad I'll be like, y'all can let's just play 2 against 1.
You like I don't even want to play with him.
I hate that shit too, but they'll only cool people will play me. They'll be like, all right, let's do it, and I'll be like, all right, let's do it, and I fuck them
That's
up. But
crazy. That's little
that
kid
people's
rules.
pride fucking getting away. Like motherfuckers past a certain age won't play me 2 against 1.
I won't do it. I won't. Do it.
They
I
don't wanna
will
be
not
like-
do
They
it.
care about their knees.
We
Yeah.
did that as kids, you know.
Well, I tried
the
to tell
older
Angle
kid
too. I was
played,
like, I'll
but-
play you one-handed and shit. And he was like, I don't want you to play me one-handed on
Hey, you one-handed.
Dude,
Oh, dude, my buddy Charles Smith, growing up, Charles will tell, like, I wish I could call him up. He'll tell you, like, he was like that. He was a good wrestler and fighter and shit, but basketball, he would just play with me because he liked to watch me play, basically. He thought I was great, you know? And fucking, sometimes I'd be playing him and I'd put my arm behind my back and start playing him one-handed, and he'd go, man, fuck that shit. And he'd just walk away. Like, he was like, man, and what the fuck, dude? He'd be like, you're not going to beat me with one arm, man. Fuck that shit. He'd get so mad. Yeah.
I promise Easter, I'll be all like, man, I'm about to Anthony Mason you. Like, you're not gonna know, but I'm gonna be all like,
Dog,
you gonna be like,
people think
fuck
that
Jay
shit-
Green, that's some bullshit. You gonna fucking foul me? I'm
What
like,
people
you're not gonna
underestimate
play
is how
one-handed.
what people underestimate is how good I can dribble with that one hand though. Like I'll have it out here and you'll go for it, like shoot for it, and I'll be like, and shoot that shot. And you'll be like, what the fuck just happened?
Fuck that dude. You gotta get back to the fundamentals. I doubt that people play you fundamental. I'm not saying that will win, like they will, but
No, that
fundamental,
helps.
like
No.
defense, fundamentally will help stop all this show offness if you're killing them with that
Definitely
one
does
hand.
because a dude that
Yeah.
can box out well. Like
Yeah.
if you can just box out good,
It'll slow you down.
it gives me a problem because I get so many rebounds due to the fact that I can out jump most people.
I'll hustle
and
too,
and
yeah.
and I'm faster. Like when that ball comes off the rim, I can fucking shoot over there and get it. Bow! I got it. You know, I can save it from going out of bounds. Where you might look at it and be like, it's out of bounds. I don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
I look at it like, can I get it and stop my toes and reach out and snatch it real quick and
Right.
come back in with it. That's
Yeah,
how I look at
'cause
every
you can
play.
give the effort no matter what. Because
Fuck
if it
yeah.
just goes out of
All I-
bounds, it goes out of bounds.
All I
right?
need's the ball. You
Yeah.
know?
So boom.
I was just thinking, if you ever have trouble, getting someone to play a game with you or something, just always have like a collared shirt, pair of fake glasses, and like a Bible to read. Hey, do you want to play some basketball?
I play. No, I do. I play. You should
play with my church
I love
league.
basketball. You just start talking about it.
No, I've never had that problem because of the way I look.
Yeah, so they already.
I look like a country dude. I sound like a country dude.
You?
When I come up to a basketball court and I'm like, hey, y'all want to play basketball? They're like, you can get next, man. We got, like, they don't even want to pick me sometimes. I have
Yeah.
to get out there and, like, fuck them up. And then they're like, damn, white boy can play. And then next time they'll be like, you playing? Like, it's like that.
They'll assume there's no concrete in your
You
team.
earn the respect.
Yeah, I've never had a problem, like people being like, no, he's too good and shit. Of course, the younger kids, I won't play with the younger kids on certain courts if they know who I am because
But
there's no
Wu-Tang
reason
is
to
for
play
the
with them.
children.
Yeah, well, you can knee a kid in the face in
true.
basketball on accident. You know what I'm saying?
grabbing a good-ass
trying
rebound.
trying to get a good rebound or something.
The image of you just plowing through like 7, 8-year-old stupid kid.
Like
trying to box
Drexler
me
and shit.
up.
All I picture is the kids are chasing you the whole time. Like you just go, like
running
the
down the
adults,
court.
just like
Just
the
giving them
adults.
high
only
school
shorter.
Okay, 20 on 1. That's fair, I guess.
Stiff arm.
Me and Dan, dude, we were that good as teenagers in football. We used to come up. They had the
I thought you
trailer
meant Engel for a
at the
second.
end of the trailer park. Nah, my boy Dan Moore.
Yeah.
At the end of the trailer park, there was this big grass field, dude. It was huge, and there was like these trees down there. So that was one touchdown, and then like there was like this hump in the dirt, and then
Dirt
that
hump,
was the
yeah.
other touchdown, dirt
Yeah,
hump.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
And me and Dan came up there one day, and it was just like all the little kids playing each other, like 10 on 10 almost and shit. And so we were like, hey, throw us the ball, and they were like, fuck, they knew better than to say no. So they throw us the ball and shit, and we were like, it's going to be me and Dan against all of y'all. And they were like, fuck yeah, what's up? They had numbers. They were brave. It was like Sparta, dude. It was so great. It was so fun because, me and Dan were so much taller. We were like Gronkowski, and they were like high school players. You know what I'm talking about? And so, like, Dan would just throw me the ball, and I'd catch it, and then, like, they would just fucking boom, 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 and just attack me, and they'd be hanging on, and I'd just be like, I was trying my best. I'd just be like, I'm just trying to run through, like, 15 kids, but once they get all over your legs and arms, it was actually hard. You're just like, and then you'd fall down with them and shit, and they'd be like, yeah. It was a blast, man. We had fun with them little motherfuckers, man. And then, because at any time, I could just rock it down the
Sure.
field, and Dan would throw it over everybody's head, and I'd catch a touchdown, But there'd be a lot of times where I'd be like, all right, I'm quarterback, and Dan would go out like 2 steps and turn, and I'd throw it to him, and then they'd just fucking, it was like Sparta. They'd just attack us,
They
you know
was
what I'm
doing
saying?
that shit too, yeah.
The game
That
I
made it
missed-
fun for both of y'all, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The game I missed most as like a kid that you got to play as a kid, King of the Hill. Did anyone else ever?
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck
Fucking
yeah.
a bunch of dicks fighting over to be
We
on
used to
top
play
of
it on a
hill.
trampoline, bro.
Hell yeah.
That shit's fun.
Oh,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
Damn.
Playing King of the Hill on a trampoline is fucking a blast, bro. And then you could double jump a bitch off that bitch. Boing. That motherfucker be breaking arms and shit doing that shit. Dude, I double jumped my buddy Nick Jones into like a rose bush one time. He was like, he was screaming and flailing. It was it was hilarious.
Stabbed by plants.
Double jump this jerk into a rose bush. It's one of my best friends.
Can you imagine the
Love that
call
guy.
to Easter's mom?
Best
Like, well,
man in
you
his
know,
wedding.
your son just
Oh God, yeah.
Just-
My poor mom, she got tortured, bro.
Your son's been double bouncing at my house. We had a talk before everyone got on the trampoline. They're like, no two at a time, and if there are, no double bouncing.
It was always something, you know. What I'm
no
saying?
king of the hill on the trampoline.
Your son told my son to tell me to go fuck myself.
He said it.
He said it. I heard him.
He told me to shove it up my old coos. Something's got to be done about this.
Who taught him what a giggy hole was?
Giggle.
That's some Uncle Keith shit right there. Uncle Worm has his own type shit, but Uncle Keith, he was like he has like the temper of Donald Duck. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker
Just soon as something.
What the fuck you motherfucker? I tell you what I'll do. I'll take that horn, I'll shove it up your goddamn giggy hole. That's what he told this bitch. Just because she honked the horn at him
Diggy
one day.
hole?
Giggy hole or whatever that was.
Giggy hole.
Yeah, I don't know.
He knew what it was.
He'll snap and say
You
anything.
knew what it meant.
Hilarious.
She got the gist.
That shit's hilarious.
All right, cocksuckers, we're wrapping this shit up because I want to roll another blunt, but we don't have time to do it and smoke it on the show. So, tell them where to find you, Tim.
I'm on the internet at Tim the OK. And, yep.
You can find me south of the 45th parallel. Usually.
He's right. Just look for him there.
He's an idiot.
You'll find it.
You can also find him in the dictionary under idiot. You can find me, Jay Green, at Jay Green, LOL. That's the letter J, the color green, LOL.
I'm also online at Jeremy Beam on Twitter.
Jim Beam.
Beam Jeremy on Instagram.
If you want a bunch of photos of someone smacking their wife across the
Right, check it out.
You wanna
That's
see
the
it?
Instagram
I
info.
update every
Poor
day,
lady, poor
live posts.
It's just a bunch of pictures of his ring on the table, like
It's just
getting ready for tonight.
getting ready.
She's trying to go out with her friends, and he's just in front of the door. And
I got my smack a bitch ring all shined up.
I get really artistic with the frozen pea bags, you know?
It's a picture. It's a picture of his ring propped up, and it's like, if that bitch ain't got dinner ready, I'm gonna
It just
ring her
says-
bell.
it just-
Ying ying ying. Bang bang bang.
Picture of a ring. It says 5:59 p.m. 1 minute.
1 minute till justice.
Snapchat the shit out of this.
So don't follow me if.
Right.
Right.
All right. And I'm Tommy Easter. You can find me on Hill Street. That's where the courthouse is. How about that? I found that out when I read the address to that shit. I was like, Hill Street Blues. Right? Is that where the fucking movie? Is that where the TV show comes from?
Yes.
Is that what it's about? Yes. Oh my God, that's so crazy how life just 360s on your motherfucking ass. Fuck y'all. You know I don't know until I know.
That's funny.
All right, man.
I shouldn't know what Hill Street Blues is. It's out of my age.
Twitter, ATLian, Instagram, Mr. Easter, Facebook, Thomas Easter. I love you, bad motherfuckers. Keep watching on the Periscope and keep fucking downloading the Cloudy and Rowdy podcast. Thanks for blazing in. Easter Army, stay strong. I love y'all. Bang, bang, bang.